Hey, and I think this is where we left off. You're looking at the meaning of this oxymoron and applying it using your inference skills. Then you'll sort some idioms in your modules right there, and move my head, and then we'll look at connotation, denotation, and nuance. So let's look at these terms. All right, so connotation as the emotional and imaginative association surrounding a word. Our example, the media were swarming around the pileup. The media is being depicted like an insect. It has a negative connotation, that kind of an idea. And then you've got denotation, which is that precise literary or literal definition that you'd find in a dictionary. And it just simply states the journalists were on the scene. Okay, instead of swarming around the interstate, they're there. And then nuance is that subtle difference or shade in meaning. Now, I couldn't find something in literature to fully illustrate this the way I wanted it to, so I used my Bitmojis. And if you notice each face, let's see, I got to do it this way. 1, 2, and 3, they all have a big smile. But the difference in the shades of meaning occur within the eyes. One is surprise. One is laughing so hard they're crying, and then the other one's like wicked smile. I'm going to get you, or something like that. So that's they all have a smile of sorts, but there is a nuance in the meaning. All right, and then you can pause the video and test yourself and see if you know the definitions of these terms right now. And when you're ready, go ahead and click play and continue. And the same, oh, let's see. One of these was out of order. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Now I'm just realizing what I'm seeing. Here's your text from literature to distinguish, um, you know, if you can recognize it in the wild, not just the definition. So pause the video and then go back and check and see if you got the correct answers. And the first one is clearly connotation. The neighbor takes his mutt to the park. A mutt has a connotation to it rather than just mixed breed dog. That's a clear dictionary definition. And then with nuance, I did these different shades of blue, gray, and this one is actually what I painted a room in my house. But like with the words that have to do with young people, you got young, adolescent, immature, juvenile, innocent. They're all different shades of meaning there. All right, and then this is going back over denotation and connotation. This is in your lesson, and you can look at it there. We've got a nice big list of terms we've gone over in just less than a week here at school, and you can. Sorry, guys, my 2-year-old is not sleeping today or taking a nap of any sorts. So there we go. Anyway, I have made Quizlets with all of our literary terms, and I've started sticking them into our modules so you can use that to practice and review not only just with the term and the definition, but also to work on being able to recognize that literary device in action in literature. Okay. And that brings you to the end of Wednesday. There's all of your work that you need to make sure that you get completed and ready for the quiz this week. And we're going to go right on because this was our block period. We had some other stuff too after that little reminder of our daily announcement. You're going to look at archetypes with the two stories, the story of the warrior queen and the royal house of Thebes. And we're going to look at archetypes. Okay, so they're universal symbols. One of the things that I did in classes, I held up a picture of Mickey Mouse, or it was a little scribble of mine of Mickey Mouse, to show a modern archetypal symbol that something that represents childhood and innocence and fun and magic and all those things. And we're going to look at some that are even older than Disney. Can you believe it? So we've got, I'm trying to move my head out of the way. That might do. We've got the hero and the sage. Think Superman, Odysseus, Frodo Baggins, Wonder Woman, 11 from Stranger Things, and then we got the Sage, Gandalf the Grey, Dumbledore, the old person that that gives advice. Think Herschel from season 2 of The Walking Dead. He was definitely in that Sage position. Um, and then we've got the warrior and the villain. Um, Going back to Stranger Things, definitely Hopper is a warrior type character. They're strong, they're courageous, they make sacrifices. Um, and there's a myriad of examples that you could pull from pop culture and everything else. And then the villain itself, corrupt and evil, and Iago, Voldemort, the Demigorgon in Stranger Things, Scar in The Lion King, that kind of thing. All kinds of clear villain archetypes. Then you've got the rebel, like my little Bitmoji down there smashing their guitar. They reject societal norms. They're going to do it on their own. That's where you get the idea of Robin Hood, the Three Musketeers, and even Katniss Everdeen. She's the rebel in the Hunger Games. And then you got the tragic hero that evokes pity because of all their distress and their misfortune. Antigone, which is the girl in the Royal House of Thieves that you're going to read about, and like my little Bitmoji is picturing the violinist playing as the Titanic sank. That's definitely a tragic hero type picture. And then we got to work time and looking at all the stuff you need to complete for August 15th. Make sure you get that done and that you're ready for the quiz this Friday. And let's see. And that is pretty much it. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. I'm going to go get my 2-year-old out of the junk drawer. Y'all have a good one.